Alrighty then, let's get started. Right, everything looks good. Alright, so starting off a new Nuzlocke. So what's gonna make this one interesting is that there's actually a bug. Well, not really a bug. There's a kind of a programming oversight where you can actually get the national dex early in this game. However, you can only get that by getting to the second badge, and I will be starting off there. This will be a hardcore Nuzlocke, and it will require me to not heal during battles, play in set mode. When a Pokemon dies, it dies for real, and all that stuff. However, the encounter changes will make it so that I can encounter whatever I want, depending on if I want to do a regular vanilla or go into the underground. So, it's going to be a slightly different playthrough, a slightly modified playthrough of this game, but it's pretty much going to be nearly the same, but we'll see. Alright, so we're going to start off. So yeah, nothing too crazy in the beginning. I don't have a nickname scheme though, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to work out as we play through. We'll just play as default Lucas. So we'll go with Drago. So for my rival, I don't really have an idea for a rival name, but you know what, I'm going to keep it to my regular playthrough. It's going to be the name that my friend always liked to play as when we were younger, playing Pokemon Gen 4. So he's going to be Crimson. Alright, so up to the second gym, it's going to be pretty much a vanilla playthrough, because there's nothing I can really do that's different. But other than that, should be pretty quick. I tried doing it on my own for testing, and it seemed to take about like an hour or two to get past to where I need to go, so we'll see how that goes. And I can streamline the beginning of the early game pretty quick, so shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I should change my settings first. Okay. Okay, so first things first. Text fast. Style set. And autosave off. That actually makes it a lot more annoying. Our text window, though. Can do something a little bit more festive. Maybe there's like one for a spooky month thing. Nothing really stands out as spooky though. Let's do this one. This looks like a good one. Okay. So let's get through this beginning section as fast as we can. So first things first is we have to talk to our rival and childhood friend, Mr. Crimson. There's a lot of... Beginning of Gen 4 has a lot of fluff, so it does take a little bit to get started. I have to go in and out of buildings a few times just to get the dialogue started here. Okay. Now that we triggered that, we just gotta meet him on the route. Alright. So what's coming up is our starter choice. So, I thought about just picking, but maybe I can RNG it. I'll roll a die, maybe. Might make it more interesting, because then I have to plan around what I want after that point. When I did testing for this, I started off with Piplup. So, like, playing around Turtwig was a lot easier, I feel like, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I don't die incredibly early. That will be really sad, because I actually got through with like only one death on my test playthrough up to the second gym. So just gotta make sure that I don't flub anything on the way. Alright, this is starter choice. So, we'll do a D20. No, not D20. Let me see. We'll do a D6. 1 to 2, wait, Turtwig. 1 to 2 is Turtwig. 3, 4 is Chimchar. And then 5, 6 is Piplup. It's 4. So we are doing Chimchar. Not a bad start, actually. Fire types are very, very lacking in Gen 4. However, because we're doing a early National Dex playthrough, we're actually going to probably encounter a lot more fire types than normal, which is really good. We're also going to encounter a lot of other types really early, so this should give a little bit more, a little bit more variety in the team, because Gen 4's encounter tables are incredibly like similar. Like, if you caught like a couple of things on one route, chances are you're gonna be locked out of getting a encounter on another route, because it's like a duplicate already at that point. So, alright, so we're gonna start off by adding in our new Chimchar into the party. And because of how the story is working right now, we technically don't get to nickname it until after we meet Rowan again. Platinum actually changes this entire opening, where it's like you meet Rowan on the first route instead, and get your counter there. I mean, get your starter there. He just gives it to you. It's a little bit easier to like get started in Platinum, relatively speaking. Like you actually meet him around here in Platinum, and then that's where you do, I think, your first battle with your rival. Alright, so first we go home to our mom. And I cannot catch anything until I clear a tutorial with Dawn, which is past the next city and into the next route. So, in order to do that, I need to get through this whole section first. So let me go meet Rowan. So encounter rules don't come in until after this part. It's good to get a little bit of EXP here, but we're gonna try not to do it too much, because otherwise catching our first encounter on this route is gonna be a lot rougher. Okay, so that should be a little bit good EXP. Oh my god, okay, so we're gonna just run for a couple of these. I should really walk in the graphs. If you walk, you lower your chances of encounters. The more you run, the more... Like, running actually does increase the encounter rate. So it's actually smarter for me if I just use the D-pad to walk, or use a slight tilt in the joystick to walk, but... what can you do? So... Now we get to talk to Dawn and Professor Rowan. So this is going to be a lot of dialogue. But this is where we're going to get to name our starter, so... So if you hear me, I'm trying to jam through dialogue. Yes, we would like to nickname it. What should I nickname this? I would do a nickname scheme, but then it would be fun if people really wanted to name something that I encounter. Then I don't mind giving that out. So, how about we come up with something on the spot for this? What can I call Chimchar? You know, I'm gonna call Chimchar Uho. It's not a gorilla, but it's a good start. Alright, so we will nickname it Uho. And set its status to alive for my counter. I think I actually have an alive counter on my thing, so I might have to update that too. Unfortunate that I didn't think about how this might be annoying to update, so... Alright, so we have 1 out of 64. So, the 64 is, like, not maybe exact, because I actually do have, like, a few that I'm not entirely sure if you can do them, because they're technically areas that are triggered by the national dex. There's a flag that controls whether or not you're allowed to use that, I mean, whether or not you're allowed to go to that area. But I don't know for, like, how many of them are triggerable, like, for sure, because, like, I think it might not be the case for some areas. Maybe there might be 2 flags, like, one is getting the championship. But I know for sure that the Underground's national dex flag actually does trigger correctly, so that is fine. Okay. So before we head that way, we're gonna heal. And I'm going to do all of my stuff first. So first things first, we're gonna go back to our mom, because that's required. You have to do that before Dawn lets you do the catching tutorial. So we gotta walk all the way back. It's kind of like when you get the Oaks parcel from Gen 1. Basically that, except this time it's talking to your mom like a proper child, letting her know that you're going off in the world. So, we're gonna do that. And once that's through, we have to head back. We still can't do our first encounter because I made it so that I have to do this whole thing before I actually do encounters. I think you can technically buy Pokeballs as soon as Dawn lets you go. But I'd just rather go through the whole normal shebang just to make things more streamlined, I guess. Yeah, and we even get a parcel to, like, give to our friend, so it's very reminiscent of the original in that regard. Also, our mom gives us our important last piece of our outfit, our hat. Alright, and so we go. We're still not technically starting the catch part. The Nuzlocke has begun as soon as I got Chimchar. So if I do die, the run does end, and I have to restart. However, the catching doesn't begin until after I receive Pokeballs from Dawn. So let's get that done first, and then move on. That reminds me, though, I need to see what kind of Chimchar I'm dealing with, actually. Alright, so what is this Chimchar? It's gentle. So my special defense is higher, but my defense is lower. That's not great. Highly persistent. I don't remember what IV that. I don't remember what IV that is. I think that's special defense. Or is that defense? I don't remember. I have to look. I don't remember the traits that well compared to like everything else. And they only give you one trait to let you know what stat. So it's kind of lame, kind of harder to deal with, but. It's alright. So since we picked Chimchar, we have to fight Piplup, and Piplup is actually kind of scary when it becomes Empoleon. So that might become a real... That might become a little bit of a more annoying thing to deal with in the long run. It also means that he'll have Roserade on his party, which is also kind of annoying, but like, I think we can take care of it. Oh, he won't have Float Soul, but then he'll have what's his fire type? Yep, so it's Weasel if he doesn't have Piplup. If he doesn't have Turtwig, it's Roserade, and if he doesn't have Chimchar, it's Rapidash? No, what does he have? I don't remember actually. So he has Staraptor, Float Soul, Heracross. Yeah, it is Rapidash. Okay, so I'm right about that because there's not that many. There's not that many fire types in this generation. Like base game, there's like 3. Alright, so now I got Pokeballs. So the run has officially begun in terms of the catching part. Alright, so start off, we gotta get our 201 encounter. There's only 2 possible slots, I think, on this route. There's only, like, Starly and Bidoof. So, before I, like, get some sort of random crash that, like, makes me, like, restart the entire beginning, I'm gonna save here. Alright, who do we get? Oh, okay. If it zooms in your character like that means that the Pokemon has like at least one stat that's 31. This might be a really good Bidoof. But yep, so far it is Bidoof. Growl is a good way to start. I'm not ability checking, so I can just weaken it first before I catch it. Okay, now we can do the catch. So let's see. This Bidoof can be either unaware or it can be moody. I mean, not moody. Simple. Simple can be really good. Simple is like super good, but like it can be incredibly awkward depending on like. Well, especially for this game, because like I think a lot of Pokemon have Intimidate, which makes Bidoof kind of like lose a lot of edge. Also, we're gonna call this Bidoof. What are we gonna call it? So we have Uho. What is this beaver? Female beaver. Beaver. Fever. I don't know. We'll just call it. I'm gonna call it I'm gonna call it Fever. I don't know why. Alright, so how is this Doof? Sassy nature, likes to dash. Oh, so it has a 31 in attack. Ooh. Oh, and it is simple. Okay. Lower speed kind of sucks. That's not too bad though. We'll be using it for like maybe the early game a bit. Bidoof's actually a really good Pokemon. And because Barrel, early evolution, pretty good stats for that point in the game too. Has access to like a lot of good stab moves. And it gets Headbutt incredibly early in this game too, I think. Okay, so can't use items in battle, but I can at least catch stuff. And I can heal outside of battle, so that's fine. Just for safety, we're gonna catch a little bit more Pokeballs. And then we're gonna get like 10 more potions for like at least getting around. Okay. Good start so far. There is a trainer on this route. But first we gotta do our encounter. What are we getting? Ooh! Okay. If this Shinx is Intimidate, this is actually not bad for an early game. Ooh, okay, yeah. Alright, so perfect. Perfect. Alright, cool. I'm actually very happy with this encounter. Let me do Shinx. Okay. I don't think this kills. That might have been pushing it. I probably should have just used Scratch for a little bit more safety. It's fine though. Okay. Nice, we have an Intimidator on the team already. That's pretty good. Alright. Good start. Oh, I forgot to nickname it. I'm so stupid. I pressed B out of impulse. Unlike normal playthroughs. I'll nickname it later. Oh shoot, right. My thing doesn't auto-update, so I have to do this manually. So we have Bidoof. And we have Shinx. And I'll swap this around when needed. Okay. Oh, damn it. And I need to up the counter. Okay, so this is 3. And we have 3 encounters so far done. The early game of Gen 4 has like a lot of early game encounters. It's kind of insane how many you get in the beginning of the game. But yeah. Okay. So let's move on, shall we? Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I didn't remember. I mashed B too hard and didn't nickname Shinx, but it's whatever. Let's see. I guess we'll just keep continuing using Oho for now. We won't be like under level for these trainers, so it should be fine. Oh, I should have looked at the Shinx's stats. And we'll do that later. I believe the nickname area is the first is Orberg, so it won't be incredibly long before I can nickname Shinx. But I do have quite a bit to cover in terms of the routes. Got a burn. Very good. The one thing I have to kind of worry about Chimchar is that... Well, actually... 11-13 is actually not too bad for its defenses right now, so... We're doing okay. In terms of stats. Oh. Technically, I could be greedy and, like, get it low enough for Blaze, and then just one-shot a lot of things. Not one-shot, but, like, at least kill a vast majority of this route. But we'll play on the safer side. On my test playthrough, I did do Blaze strats for the beginning, just to go through faster, but... On my test Nuzlocke playthrough, that's what I did, but... this is the actual playthrough, so I gotta be a little bit more safe. Actually getting pretty good encounter with Shinx right now, but... Eventually I do want to get a Starly though, so... The first rival fight is 9. I'm not gonna be doing a level cap for that, but I'll be doing level cap by gym rules, so... I do want to at least get within like a reasonable range to not get completely screwed over by that fight. Also, if I can run into like another good encounter for fighting Bidoof. I mean I have Shinx for Piplup, but might be a little bit rough. Shinx is not a special attacker. Might be a bit stretching it. Okay, so... Yeah, early Bidoofs are gonna get a little scary. Because they have the potential to headbutt later, and that's gonna be oof. A stab 70 normal move, stab 70 move with flinch chance is really terrifying. The good thing about Chimchar is that it's a mix attacker, so it has special attacks, really good special attack, and really good physical attack. So I don't have to worry about stat drops as much as like if I was playing using Turtwig or something, which did happen in my test playthrough where Turtwig constantly was getting growled and intimidated, so it trying to do any sort of physical damage because it has like tackle early and razor leaf. So like it was suffering early because of all of the intimidates and growls. What's scary about Chimchar is that I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of flying types. Yeah, and like every Shinx that you'll come across is always probably gonna have Intimidate on an enemy trainer. The other ability Shinx can have is Rivalry, which is it does increase damage if both genders are the same. And that can be potentially scary, but most of the time, no. Also, nice burn. Ooh, and a crit. Very good luck here. The great thing about having EXP share on all the time is that there's a lot less grinding in Gen 4. However, that makes it. I noticed that it will make level caps a lot harder once we get to the third and fourth gyms, because their level caps are exactly the same because they can be done in either order. So I might have to plan out two separate teams to get through the gym trainers and the gyms. But that's hurdles I have to get through on my own. I have never done a hardcore playthrough, hardcore Nuzlocke of Gen 4, so it's good. This is my first run of a hardcore one, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, we got more healing. It's always good. Alright. So, there is a really awkward random fight that you can do here in the... that you can do in the trainer school, and it's like it's like two Abras that have charge beam, which is actually kind of terrifying, so I have to remember what level that is in my... there's also two that do have energy ball on a later. Okay, so the charge beam ones are. Oh, okay. So the charge beam ones are level 6, and they're also a speed beneficial nature, so they're incredibly fast. Or they're very fast because Abra's Line is a pretty fast Pokemon. What I'm actually gonna do though now, instead of continuing the story, is I'm going to get the old rod and go back to Twin Leaf so that I can get my Twin Leaf encounter right now, so I don't have to do that later. Yeah, so I can backtrack now and I don't have to do it later. And because I'm getting Magikarp now, that means I can level it up a lot earlier. I can level it up on the way, which is really good. Via all the trainer fights that we're gonna do. From the north route, I'm kind of hoping that I can get a Badoo. Roserade's a really good encounter. Like, having a Roserade later would be really helpful, I feel like. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. It's just a very useful encounter, and I hope that I can make use of it well and not play absolute garbage with it. The only problem with it is that it evolves only in the daytime, and I'm going to be primarily playing this playthrough at night. So I might have to do that like off stream at some point. Okay, whatever. However, let's go do this encounter. It's just going to be a quick Magikarp. Magikarp's the only thing I can encounter here. So, well, I mean, there's other things you can counter, but it's so late. You might as well get this now. And because it's Magikarp, I'm gonna just throw a Pokeball. Oh, really? Really? That didn't catch. I'm actually very surprised. Its catch rate is incredibly low. I mean, incredibly high. Even full HP, it's like ridiculously high. Okay. Okay, Magikarp. And then let me update my counters. I might... You know, after a while, I feel like this is probably gonna get annoying, so maybe I'll take them off, these counters, but... It's just to be a little bit more informative for whoever's watching along. Alright, so Magikarp. What do I nickname this? It turns into Gyarados. How about... Gyarados. What do I nickname Gyarados? How about Gargle? Alright. Welcome to the team, Gargle. Oh yeah, let me check out this Shinx. So, this Shinx is Lex. Plenty CS's, has a high HP IV. No special defense, higher defense. It's not horrible. Bold, Magikarp, Mischievous. That means it's special attack. That's kind of weird. I have lower attack. This Magikarp is gonna be so. This Gyarados is gonna be so bad. I mean, it can tank. High defense. It can tank physical grass moves, I guess. I don't know. Not great, but we work with what we can. And as always, it's always good to get always good to get EVs. EXP too. Badoosts actually give 1 point of HP IVs. I mean EVs. If you kill 4, you get an extra point, technically, of HP in your max HP by level 100. I'm really bad with the calculation works at 50 and all that, but essentially it just means that we're gonna have more hit points if we take out a lot of them. It's a little bit easier to plan around EV training specific encounters later on when we have a full team already, so that like they're in the box and then we don't have to worry about them getting random EVs, so that we can train them up later. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Yeah, it's still gonna be quite a while until we hit Roark. So Rourke's level cap is 14, and I believe we get Monferno at like 14. Wait, right? It is 14, right? Luckily this tracker that I have is like an actual Pokedex in it. Yeah, it is 14. So I can technically use Monferno in the Rourke fight. And in this game, for whatever reason, it learns Power-Up Punch, like, really early. But I don't think it learns that in time, though. Can I see the moveset on here? I don't think I can. It's unfortunate. I'll look it up later, but, yeah. Power-Up Punch is a move where it's a fighting type move. It also makes it so you raise your attack by 1 stage, which is incredibly broken for this point of the game. So the fact that it learns it incredibly early is pretty stupid. But, you know, Nuzlocke, you want to use as many things as you can. Unless you go, like, super hardcore and you ban, like, specific Pokemon and movesets and stuff. Like, some people go even harder on the hardcore rules, and I respect them for that, because that's a lot of effort. Okay, so I can either continue the story, or I can do at least 1 or 2 more encounters before I have to deal with doing some stuff. So let me... Yeah, we can do an encounter up here. We might as well. Don't think they're that high level too. Okay, but yeah, this is where we can get a Badoo. But this is also where we can get a Starly. Yep, okay, so I guess this is gonna be our Starly encounter. I think this is 204. Yeah, this is 204. Alright, so we're gonna scratch it. I think Keen Eye Starlies are Intimidate for when it becomes Staravia. Okay, that's caught. Let me update a few numbers. So we're on our 5th encounter, and we're on the 5th Pokemon is alive. I don't have a missed counter, but I will just lower the counter number for like the sake of what counts as missed. Starly nickname. Oh, it's a girl. What do we call it? Female Angry Bird. I guess I'll just call it Chirp. Chirp. I'm really bad at nicknames. If I don't have a nickname scheme, so. Welcome to the team, Chirp. You are going to be probably incredibly essential during our Gardenia fight. Alright, so that's my 204 encounter. Yep. Can I do my 203? I think 203 is blocked. Oh no. Barry is this way. Yeah, so he's gonna block us because we didn't go for this encounter yet. So we're not gonna do 203 just yet. Ravaged Path, though, is another encounter we can do. But we also have to get through some trainers. This trainer is required. Alright, so let's go beat up last Sarah. Level 7. Okay. Yeah, so this route is actually like where you go to post Gym 1. The levels wouldn't really suggest that, but it is a lot higher than you'd expect. I don't know what her plan is, but she's really liking that defense girl. Okay, so chirp alert, quick attack. That's good. Okay, yeah, some of these trainers are skippable, but in the early game, you actually need EXP. After the second gym, though, we might want to actually start skipping some encounters because it gets real rough in terms of keeping your levels down. But yeah, like I said, that's a hurdle I'm gonna have to encounter when I finally get to it. I remember in Sword and Shield, I actually had a really hard time maintaining within the level cap. Because that game also has like a that game has a really tight level cap range when you go from gym to gym in the first round, first area. So, gotta keep it there too. As best as I can. Yeah, that defense is really fucking high for that magic card. I think there might be an aroma lady on this route. Ooh, nice burn. Okay, very good. Okay, look at this. Scratch goes fine out. Okay, so Shinxler in charge, not super useful. It basically doubles the damage of the next electric move you use, which can be good. Just depends, though. Okay, so for the upcoming encounter, we're gonna want Zubat. If we can get Zubat, it'll help us. We'll grind its friendship early, so that when it becomes Golbat, it'll evolve into Crobat super fast. Which is definitely something that we want. Because Crobat is super good early. And by the time we can use them for the level cap, we'll have access to the other ground, so we'll actually have a lot of cool shit we can use with it to really help us out. Potentially if we get Onyx in the next area. If we can get an Onyx in Oreburgh Mines. I am playing with trade evolutions allowed. Oh, okay, so we're getting a Geodude here. That's actually really... Actually, I don't think that's that uncommon, but it's an interesting encounter to get here. Gonna switch into Shinx for a bit. I believe all it has is like Tackle, so it shouldn't be like a bad. Oh, it has Sandstorm too, right? Honestly, can I just throw a ball and catch it? Yeah, I pretty much can. Potentially, I want this to be sturdy. I think it's always sturdy, right? Hi, also, welcome. Yeah, I think this is sturdy. Usually. I think you can have another ability, but... yeah, whatever. Normally I catch this in Orberg Gate, so this is actually kind of crazy. How's it going? Well, nothing's dead yet, so that's always a good sign. Let's see. Geodude. And then let me update my counters. And my Q2. Am dead. Oh, so. Alright. Nickname for this Geodude. Female Geodude. Well, it's a rock. Get that good old Gen 3 reference in there. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. A rock. Oh, serious, so it's playing. It has Rockhead. This Geodude is gonna die like in my test playthrough. Oh no. I actually don't want to use this. If it gets fucked by Rorks. Fucking Cranidos again. Oh god. I can't believe that thing has Bulldoze too. Okay, well, we can fight the Abras now, so that we can get the workup TM. I just have to be... oh wait, we have Geodude! It literally can't do anything. Alright, cool. Never mind. Alright, Roxanne, you're actually gonna be doing great. Roxanne's gonna completely clown over these two Abras that we're gonna fight. It's gonna be great. I completely bypassed the idea that this will be useful for this fight. I don't have to do it, but like, workup is such a good early TM. Literally clown on this, because it can't do anything about it. Alright, Roxanne. You're just gonna beat the shit out of it. Roxanne! Roxanne! Oh, this is so dumb. Alright, perfect. I guess it's smart if I ever have to restart this and I don't get Geodude and Ravaged. I can delay this fight until after Rival, and then it'll be even greater. Yeah, but this thing not having Sturdy is a bit scary for some future stuff, but it's whatever. At least we'll have Onyx. I think Onyx will be fine if I can get it. It has no attack, but like it can live. Yeah, it's honestly all we can really ask Onyx. Since we're doing early Nat decks, that means that I can potentially use Thief on Magnemites in the underground to get Metal Coat, and I can trade with my other copy so that I can get Steelix early, which could be incredibly good. But we'll have to see. Drop rate's not great, and I don't remember when I get Thief. Alright though, perfect. Now we can get Workup. Oh wait, right, this idiot has it. Give me your TMs, nerd. Alright, so we can actually use this on like Badoo for something early. Because the one I caught is simple, and it has a 31 in attack, so that's pretty funny. Oh yeah, right. I believe every single answer to this is just yes. So I can just spam A on all 3 clowns. And then I can get the poke edge, and then we can move on. Ooh, I could potentially teach Work Up to Shinx, but then I don't think that would be really useful after the rival fight. And I only have 3, but I get to buy more once I get the Veilstone, so I guess it's not too bad. Oh yeah, let me talk to this guy. Okay, so first rival fight, he has Starly, and he's gonna have Piplup. So, we're just gonna probably lead Shinx the entire time. Who will I'll nickname later. Oh, and he's actually within the level range too. So. Alright. Rival fight. Here we go. Shinx's defense is garbage, though, so... It's also slow. But basically what we're here for is just Thunder Shock. Alright, so what I kind of want to do is do a charge here. And then do a regular tackle. So charge, when I use my next electric move, is going to do double power. So I'm going to do that on the Piplup, and it's just going to die. Alright. That's Starly done. Perfect. I don't know if this kills, but it should do a lot at least. Yeah. Wow, even double that was pretty bad. God, Shinx's special attack is bad. It's only got Growl, so I don't have to worry about defense lowering at least. And I'm using a special attack, so it's just whatever. Okay, now it did a lot. Because it was a crit, of course it was. We take those though. Okay, we got wing attack on Bird. On Chirp. So very good. Okay, now that Barry's out of the way, or my rival, I can do my encounter for this route. Granted, there's not a lot left I can catch. However, Abra is a potential encounter because I have caught literally everything else on this table. So, or cricket. I think Cricketot's also possible, but we're gonna have to wade through a lot of encounters before we potentially get what can occur here, essentially. Yeah, actually, I think Cricketot can show up in the afternoon, but it's like a... No, it has to be in the morning. This is technically afternoon. So we're gonna have to go through quite a bit of encounters because I believe Abra's is a quite low encounter rate. So potentially we can find Starlies, Shinxes, Abras, Bidoof, Zubats, Cricketots. But Zubats don't show up unless it's nighttime. Cricketot doesn't show up unless it's the morning, I believe. Unfortunately, in my notes, I didn't write what time of day a certain thing shows up. I only wrote the encounter levels. So an Abra can show up for us here at 4 to 5. If you actually look at the Nuzlocke rules, I actually do have a link in there that goes to the spreadsheet I'm using that I created for myself to track things. If you look through the spreadsheet, you actually can see what kind of encounters I can get on the route and whatnot. I think you might have to make a copy of the spreadsheet though. So, yep. But it'll be a while until I find anything as a viable counter on this route, as I am doing duplicate claws, which means that I am allowed to redo my encounter if it's a species I've already encountered before. However, if the encounter is something like, say instead of a Starly it was Staravia, then I'm allowed to catch a Staravia if I haven't evolved into a Staravia or caught a Staravia before as an encounter. Yeah. There's a lot of like mini nuances, but it's whatever. It's not ultimately important, but it's just good context to know. I'm actually getting pretty close to the level cap on a few mons at this point, so I probably should just do encounters for a while. So you actually can get a portable PC in this game, like the newer games. However, you don't unlock that until after the first gym. So if I want to protect Pokemon from getting EXP, I'm gonna have to deposit them. And that can get annoying. But it is what it is, and I have to deal with it. This Bidoof is simple. Okay, so what do we have? Okay! This is the only encounter I can get on this route, and I have one shot at it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, because I don't have any Pokemon that can trap it. Alright, easy. Abra is caught. Alright, so for Abra, we can call it... I'm gonna call it Utensil. At the moment, do I want to add it to my party, though? I don't think it has much of a way of living if I were to do that. So, we're gonna send it to the box. However, I do need to update my encounter stuff right now. So, it is 7 Pokemon now. 7 encounters. I didn't miss it, so I don't have to lower it. Okay. I believe that's everything. So we'll send it to the box. Alright. It is now evening. Which means that if I didn't get that Abra, I could have potentially... I mean, if I didn't encounter Abra within that few minutes, I have a possibility now of encountering a Zubat there. What is good, so now I already caught the Abra. Therefore, now Abra is forever off of my encounter list, and I can still catch a Zubat in the cave that's coming up. If I caught a Zubat in this route, I wouldn't be able to catch it in the cave. And there's only one other encounter in that cave that's coming up. And that encounter is very awkward, to say the least, because it requires me to be in the gym first. So although EXP share is on, it does give only half EXP to everything else in the party. So you actually want to lead with the mon that you want to have more EXP in the fight. So far, level-wise I'm doing okay management. There's only a few trainers on this route, and then there's like 2 or 3 in the cave coming up. So that shouldn't be an issue. In terms of getting the EXP I need. There is, however... What's it called? There's a few trainers in Orberg Mine that I'll have to deal with it. And I don't really have a Pokemon that really deals with rock types well yet. I wonder if I should have just added a clause that I have to fight everybody, but in this game it's a little bit hard. Or with level cups it's a little hard towards the end. So we'll deal with it. I think there's an aroma lady coming up though. I need to think of it, what my plan for Roark is. So far, my plan is like not great. Cranidos, although it's most likely gonna go for Headbutt. I believe if I send out Geodude, it's gonna use Leers, and if it does enough Leers, then it uses what's it called? It uses Bulldoze to completely kill it, and it's gonna suck. That's what killed my Geodude in my test playthrough. Having Stab Wing attack though right now is really good for killing through some of these trainers. And as you can see, these trainers are like level 4 compared to the other route where they were like 7. So we're making kind of quick work of them. Just as a reminder, there is no nickname scheme on this playthrough, so if you have a nickname suggestion, then you can go for it. I do not care. I might turn it into a request, but then that just gets a little bit more confusing after a while. Later, I need to check what level Chop and Choke get Revenge or Counter, because that can potentially be scary if I don't have anything for it. However, I do have Abra for that potentially later down the line, so that's good. Okay, so Roxanne's gonna get a stab rock move finally. It's roll out, but it's better than nothing at this point. Yeah, I don't really have much of a plan coming up, unless, like, maybe I use Machop? If I get one. I hope I get a Machop. Like a pretty good potential. Yeah, because right now my main thing is I don't really have a way of dealing with rocket types. Chimchar is already getting close to becoming Monfer now. Oh wait, it gets Power Up Punch now. Okay, I might have I might have my answer for the upcoming gym actually. I think Rourke's oh wait, I can use Power Up Punch against Onyx, I think. That might be good. What does Rourke's Pokemon actually have set-wise? Okay, so Onyx has Sturdy. Rock Throw. Okay, Rock Throw is potentially scary, actually. Onyx also has no attack, so I might be able to do some shenaniganry there. I think I definitely made this a lot harder by not picking Piplup or Turtwig, unfortunately, but... Oh god, and all his Pokemon have Stealth Rock. Shit, I forgot about that. Oh, I could do Rollout Sweep, maybe. Geodude needs to really build up, though. Okay, this is Orber Gate. This is where I can get a Zubat encounter. Alright, so since I'm here, I'm gonna go look for my Zubat encounter. It's gonna be a while though, because there are Geodudes. Or I can skip my encounter right now. Do the trainers, get out so I can at least get the Orberg. That might be good for now. I think this kid just has Bidoof and Shinx. I'll just start lead with Roxanne. Yep, Shinx. Okay. So the most this thing can do is tackle me, I think. Alright, so I'm locked into rollout. This looks like it's gonna be a 3-turn kill. Or not, it can just miss. That also happens. I don't know when... What the fuck is my accuracy right now? Holy shit. Okay, so that just dragged out the fight a little bit longer than needed. You have something annoying. Oh no, what to do. Okay. Really kind of sucks I didn't get to do. It's okay though. I'll figure something out. Oh yeah, she has side up. Okay, we're gonna heal up, and then we're gonna go back to get the encounter. It's definitely gonna be a while though until Zubat shows up. But having a Zubat for the next gym will be nice. So let me go heal up first. I think somebody gives something here. Oh yeah, there's this trainer for trading a Machop for an Abra, which is potentially good if you don't get Abra, but increased EXP gain, but then you also have to deal with some other stuff. With having a traded Abra, like not being able to nickname it. Oh no, I actually believe in my rule set I made it so that I can only do the fossil revivals in this town. So for my rule set, I actually made it so that every town I can get a new underground encounter, but only the ones past the second gym. Oh, Dusk Ball is really good to get here early. So I have a Dusk Ball for a possible encounter that I can do down the line, which I'm pretty happy about. There's a couple of Great Balls here too, I think, but I think I only really need a Pokeballs for now. Oh, shit. Okay, so I can do... I gotta fish for my Oreburgh encounter so that my top route encounter can be Machop. Because, like... I don't know if I want to really delay this encounter until I get Psyduck. Because I can get water Pokemon pretty easily after a point. The next level cap lets me use Gyarados, so that's like really huge. But the next gym is going to be grass anyway, so it's not too big an issue. Oh, let me move Bird out of the chirp out. So we want to fight a Zubat. This might take a while, because I think its encounter rate's lower than Geodude, believe it or not. Like, the joke is always that people make fun of the fact that you find Zubat super commonly, but I believe in this cave it's actually Geodude that's more common. Okay, perfect. This way, because it's nighttime, I don't have to worry about getting a Zubat encounter on the route. So let me put in Zubat. It is alive. Alright. And that is a new encounter done. So let me update my encounter table. What do we nickname Zubat? How about Biddy? No, that sounds kind of weird. Ooh, how about Echo? How about Echo? Yeah, okay. Then we'll put it in the box. Oh, that's our new encounter. Echo the Zubat. Okay, so we have 2 more encounters we can do before we fight Rourke. I kind of want that we get Machop here, because then that's a pretty good Pokemon to have against Rourke. Is the other encounter other than Geodude in this area? So we gotta deal with this first. Should be the second highest encounter in this route, other than Geodude. Which probably means I probably shouldn't be leading with Geodude, honestly. Let me put out someone who's at least neutral. Actually, who has the highest defense in my entire party? It's probably Magikarp, somehow. Well, other than Geodude. It actually almost is just Magikarp, but his HP is awful. Well, Chimchar is gonna have to lead for a while. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we did get a Machop encounter. That's good. Like, it's the only other thing we can catch on this route, but like, other than like Kricketune or Kricketot, which can be really bad if I caught that instead. Yeah, Kricketot's the only other encounter on this route. So, sheesh. Okay, Machop is caught. What do we name Machop? Let me change my encounter count, by the way, to 9. And a life count to 9. Perfect. Wasn't that song called Onigai Muscle or something? No. Is it? It is, right? Can I fit that? If I don't add a space, I can potentially do it, actually. Alright, sounds good to me. And I actually want to replace... I think I'm gonna switch out Bidoof for a bit. Okay, so let me swap out Bidoof. If the thing will let... if my party manager will let me. Okay. Chop. Okay, so there's one more encounter in this area. And that's Orberg Mine. Okay, so careful, not great. Often lost in thought, HP. Well, having more special defense isn't bad on a chop, I suppose. So, guess we'll take it. At least it doesn't have lowered attack, like my poor fucking Gyarados at this point. Okay. Every single trainer in this cave is using rock types, and like, what was the other thing? Rock and fighting. They either have they all have Machops, except for like maybe 2 guys, I think. Yeah, there it's the Stardust. Always good to have more money. Okay. Oh wait, what's there a thing on the right? Super potion. Okay. Sure. Always good to have that for later. I'm not going to be using it in battle, but it's always good for outside. Okay. Let us move down. So the only thing I believe we can encounter in here now is Onix. So we can actually ignore quite a bit of encounters. Onix can show up on either floor, so we should be good. As for the trainers, we might want to have this in front. Yep, so because we already got the Zubat encounter and the Geodude encounter, we literally are completely fine here to get what we want here, which is Onix. Like, Onix might not have, like, any attack, but, like, it do have a lot of defense, which is really good. Yeah, its encounter chance, though, is, like, pretty low here, unfortunately. It's gonna take a while until we find one. And they're the highest level in this floor, so we want to catch one here. The unfortunate thing about bird Pokemon usually is that they're part normal type, so they don't get that pure resistance to fighting like they should. Okay, so Shink's got Bite. That's good. That's good for later, at least. I should have removed Charge. I don't know why I took it earlier. It's pretty good. Should be one more trainer. If he has a rock type though, I have to switch. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so we're gonna low kick it. Not do much damage. Unfortunately, it's not that heavy compared to us, so... I mean, it is pretty heavy. But it's not enough to, like, really make a difference power-wise. I think it's a low sweep that gives you the speed decrease, yeah. Okay, this is Onyx. Oh, I can't switch anymore. That's potentially bad. Never mind, it has, those two levels really made a difference. Let's go. Perfect. Revenge. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a while till we find Onyx, so... we're just gonna have Roxanne lead until that happens. While we're here, though, we're gonna trigger Rourke. Alright, now we gotta just hope that we get an Onyx encounter. We're gonna be here a while. Well, while we wait this out, I can just relax a bit. Listen to RT Game in my other tab. Enjoy my calm evening. Should probably check my email about something. Oh, customer feedback. Let's see, LinkedIn. That thing. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Yep, just keep getting duplicates. Just waiting for that Onyx encounter. Still Geodudes. What the heck is this thing's encounter rate again? I think it's like less than 10 or something. Or a bird mine. Oh, Pokemon. There we go. Sinnoh. Or a bird mine. Okay. It is a 10% chance of occurring on this floor. And the first floor. It's just a higher level on this floor. By 1. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. This is the only encounter I can get here. It do be like that though. Oh, got the 20% encounter. The fucking Zubat. Oh, I couldn't run away. Oh, right, because I was slow. Another potential encounter could have gotten Ragged Path with a Psyduck. But, I mean, this is... Getting the Onyx and the Zubat on 2 different things is, in those 2 other areas is... the only way to guarantee that I can only get an Onyx here. This is unfortunate, it's 10%. It's gonna be a while. We'll get there. We'll get there. Honestly, the Abra took a lot shorter than I thought it would have. Just while I'm doing this, I can look up movesets for some things. So when does Geodude learn anything in this game? Let's see. It learns absolutely nothing for the first gym, so that's great. Absolutely nothing. Okay, what does Onyx learn to level up? Let's see. So, Onyx has Rock Throw and Smackdown. Oh, Dragon Breath, though. But Onyx's special attack is fucking garbage. Well, actually, it's 15 points lower than attack, which is really bad. It is early game though, so Oh my god. It does have Harden though, to make its defense even more absurd. Oh my god, we're gonna be here forever. Well, turns out my estimates could probably be about 2 hours or so until we can actually do the gimmick of this run. Not even 2 hours, it might even be like 2.5. Oh my god, it's Onyx! Oh my god, fucking finally. Holy shit. Just gonna fucking throw a Pokeball at it. Damn it, okay. One, two, skittle diddle. Okay. That took a long ass time, but we got it. Oh, we got some decent EXP on everybody. There's no real point of learning Harden when you have Defense Curl, because it boosts rollout. Onyx, what are we gonna call you? We're just gonna call you Sneck. It's just the easiest name. It's the stereotypical name. But it's also the best name. Sneck. Let me update my counter. And we are all set for that. Honestly, we kinda wanna swap it in. The Gargle. And I'll always put in... I'll put in Gargle later, because he's only relevant for the next gym anyway. Okay. So, how is Rocksnick? Brave, likes to thrash. Okay. So he has a high... one of his attack IV is actually pretty high. Or it's one of the potentially high traits. And then he has a boosted attack with minus speed. This is actually a pretty good Onyx. If I can turn this into a Steelix later, this might actually be potentially pretty good. Rockhead 2 is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Yeah, we can actually potentially use this. The only thing I'm scared of is it doesn't have Sturdy in case something dumb happens, but... Because special defense on Onyx and Geodude aren't great. The fact I haven't gotten a Sturdy of either for Rock Polish strats is kind of troubling to me. I kinda wanna train Muscle a bit. Potentially I want it to fight against other Machops on this route. I actually don't remember what IV Cricketots go. Well, this is incredibly awkward. Struggle bug. Oh yeah, Kriktalk can actually get some pretty scary moves early now. Not enough that it will actually do anything, mind you, but like, pretty good for early game kind of stuff. Like, I think Cricktoon gets like early X's or something, which is really nuts. Maybe bird lead, so that if I find Machops, I can just switch out. Hey, some attack IVs. I mean EVs. Blech. Double team for cheesing is probably not a bad choice later. I think the first trainer might be level 10. So let's test things out a bit. Should only have a Geodude. Yep, 10. Okay. Revenge is kind of unfortunate because I'm faster than all of them. Okay, so not horrible so far. I think Machop is faster than Cranidos. No, Cranidos is pretty fast, actually. So, like... yeah, like Cranidos... let's see, DVD. Base 58 speed. Onyx is actually pretty fast, so I might see if I do a revenge. Yup, okay. It's doing Harden though, so. Gonna do another event. It's just gonna keep doing Harden. I guess I'll just low kick now. Actually, it's low kick more damage because it's slower. Okay. Now I'm in, like... I'm safe to, like, train now. Train my dudes to 14 for the level cap. I might be able to do edging on Monferno, too, in case. Because I think Machop can handle majority of the fight. I'm kind of tempted to lower Onyx's attack. Although the only Growler that's neutral I have is Bidoof. Oh, this stupid fucking Kricketot. Does Onyx learn Growl? It does not. Shit. Onyx really though has really good defense, so he can potentially help me if I need to do swaps. I don't think I have anything for removing stealth routes though, so that's the only shitty thing. Okay, what does Rourke's Onyx have? Level 12, Sturdy, Stealth Rock, Rock Throw, Bind. Okay, so Bind is like actually potentially scary if I want to do setup strats. Trying a lot of Geodude. Geodude is good though if I want defense for Machop though. I just have to swap out for Cricketots. Kind of a weird thing to say, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Ooh, low sweep though. Okay, now I have at least this nice speed lowering move. It might not be really useful for the fight necessarily. I just flinching is gonna be so terrifying though. I'm just very scared of this fight. Headbutt Bulldoze Leer is on this. Is on this Cranidos. It's super scary. Power is this? Like 65, 60, and it depends on the weight. So low sweep actually is probably like my most consistent damage. Hi Tomo, welcome, welcome. I am currently just training things up for the first gym, which is level cap 14. I am awkwardly slower than this Machop. It's only if I get hit, right? The double the power. Yeah, have to be hit. How is it the what I'm fighting against all have sturdy, but then the one I catch has Rockhead of all things. Gotta edge into the level cap as much as I can. I get into the level cap with everything. There's one thing that kills Nuzlocke runs, it's being underleveled. So, I could technically be training in the Orbic Mines. However, the mines only have Pokemon that give defense IVs, and I really like giving a spread of at least the attack and defense for these particular mons in the party. So it might take us a bit. Unfortunately, we're mostly encountering Geodudes. In retrospect, though, I could probably do Orberg Mine training. Might be a little bit more efficient, honestly. I'm only getting 1 point of EVs every time I kill one of these things, so it's not like as damaging as if I like had like all the EV training items. So for now, it's acceptable. So just gotta do what we can. Yeah, honestly, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go train inside the mines. They're not that much higher, but they're at least hit ranges that go to like 9 to 10, I believe. So that's a lot more XP. I am preparing more for this fight because I have pretty much all the tools I need to fight Gardenia, but Roark is just potential death. Like, he can potentially fuck you with Cranidos. Headbutt flinch is a very possible thing that can happen. And by possible, I mean, like, it probably screws over more people than... This stupid Onix took so many, like, at least, like, 10 and 15, 20 minutes to encounter, and it's the first thing I encounter in here. I fucking... I'm upset. This is an instance where using Revenge would have been better. Onix is actually a really fast Pokemon, despite the fact it's a giant rock snake. But I guess that's probably why it's fast. And then Machops are just pretty damn slow. Like, the whole evolutionary line from Machop is pretty slow. This should be a pretty good chunk of XP though. Okay, so now I have a Monferno. This is a good backup to have. Oh, my Starly evolved too. I didn't even remember that it evolved at 14. Ooh, I could do pivot strats. No, I don't really think I need to though. I forgot to even check if this Starly even gets Intimidate or not with the ability. Oh, I do get Mach Punch! Wait, this is super dumb and broken this early in the game. Holy shit! Why does it get Power Punch at 12? Okay, this might be more easy clap than I thought. Because of fucking this Pokemon existed. Oh, I do have Intimidate. Oh, it's... Wait, it's Adamant? I didn't even realize this was Adamant. This is actually a really good fucking Starly. Holy shit. Oh, boy. Ooh. Ooh, this is actually pretty good. Can't wait to see how I fuck this up. You know what? I'm gonna actually run a calc against the Cranidos, so let me do Pokemon Showdown. I actually have all the sets of the enemy trainers. because I am a nerd and I prepared for everything possible because I want this to go without a hitch. Let's see, so let me look up my BDSP, Nuzlocke, fight data. Okay, Rourke. I need to see how well I do against Rourke. So if I just do Monferno, blank set, against him, let's see, so I'm level 14, level 14, gentle nature. Okay, yes. Sorry, I'm doing some calcs on the side. Okay, so I'm level 14, gentle nature, and then he has, so his Geodude's first, and I just need to put up Power Up Punch, because that's the only one I'm probably going to use. And then Mach Punch. Okay, so his Geodude. Oh, let me clear my imported sets. Okay, Rourke. We want Monferno, blank set, level 14. Okay, so gentle, 46 HP. Okay, so let's say it's 30 instead. 25? Okay. My attack stat is 29, so we gotta lower this to 20. Oh, 24? 23, 22. Okay, so we're 29 attack, 30 20 defense. That's correct. Special attack 30, so it's lowered to like 25. Okay. Special defense 24. And then my speed is 29. It's not great. Ooh, I have a really shit speed EV. Oh yeah, I'm like at least 15 or lower or something at this point. That's awkward. This thing needs to stop resetting my fucking Pokemon. Okay. Okay, so 15% from rollout. So let's do 85 here. Alright, let's say 80 for the sake of... Damn it. Okay, this stupid calculator. There, 80%. Okay, so after that, we get +1. We're faster, so we do hit it. Okay. Then against Onyx, we're +2. Still 2 KO to win. It goes for Rock Throw. Assume it's gonna do the worst fucking possible damage, so we're up at 60. We kill it. I mean, we hit it again, so we're +3. It dies. And then we fight Kranidos, where we have a 100% chance to KO. And we're faster. I think we risk this. I think we're fine. Can we just go for a power-up punch the entire time? I think we just win. Oh, but then I didn't count for potion. Ooh. Okay, so if we have to switch, we have Onyx and we have Geodude. I think we're fine though. Okay, here we go. I went for the wrong move. I threw. Never mind, it went for Stealth Rock first. Okay. I won't be +3 for Kranidos though. This might be potentially bad. Can Kranidos KO? It has an 80% on bulldoze. Oof. Okay, go for Power Punch. Okay, I'm +2 now. I'm 38 out of 45 right now. This next power-up punch will kill. And I will be at +3. I think I just win. Okay. Okay, +3. According to this, because Kranidos' defenses are fucking paper, I think I just win. Also, I'm faster. I have 29 speed and Kranidos is like 23. I just outspeed it. Okay. Yep, and we win. That's first gem down. Okay. I was really scared, actually. Holy shit. I didn't think I was gonna pass that at all. So I'm pretty happy. Alright. Badge obtained, new level cap. Alright. First gem's done. Holy shit, though. I'm glad that's done. Okay. Next potentially scary fight is Mars, but we can overlevel for that, thankfully. Alright, so for Mars, we just have to deal with her Purugly and her Zubat, but I think we have an answer to Purugly, so honestly I think we're okay. I think we're okay with not using Sneck anymore in our party. I can level him later if needed be. And I don't have my Porta PC until after we get back to Jubilife, so let's bring back Gargle. And then, who else should I swap back in? So we're bringing back Magikarp. We can keep Muscle in for a bit. Yeah, once we get pretty high level for some of these, I think we'll just train them along the way. I think that's the plan. Okay, so another thing we can do now is we can actually go into the underground portion of this area. We can only do so much in it, but we can grab some stuff. It's always good to grab some stuff if we can. So yeah, I am very happy that we landed on this Monferno choice now. I wish we had a slightly better one, but honestly, we just gotta take what we got, and it's doing pretty well so far. So, oh, I forgot you get flesh in this cave. That's so fucking weird. I know somebody else gives it to you somewhere, too. I think. We don't have the bike to do some other dumb stuff here, but always good to get some extra money if we can. Yeah, so this is what I could have delayed this cave encounter for, but definitely not worth it because I can guarantee that Onyx. And the Onyx, despite it not doing anything in the fight, is a good backup because it has incredibly high defense, so just gotta take what we get, you know? Cassie! Hello, hello. Thank you for the resub. Am I winning? I beat the first gym. I had to do calcs to make sure that I didn't die and that it was good, and it worked out well. I almost threw, though, in the beginning because I used a different move, but I forgot it sets up Stealth Rock, so I was like, oh, thank God. Free turn. Yeah, so far it's going good. Calcs and calculations. Yeah, I actually had to bring out the showdown calculator just to make sure that I had a guaranteed kill on Rourke. Because, if his Cranidos snowballs, it snowballs hard. And I'm always afraid of that. Especially because I don't have Turtwig and I don't have Piplup, so it was potentially really bad if I fucked up that fight. Oh, to do math to play Pokemon. I'm just a nerd, okay? I'm sorry. I prepared for this. Thank you. I prepared for this this playthrough for I think a week and a half. So like, under the Nuzlocke rules, Pastebin, I actually have a link that goes to this spreadsheet that I'm using to track my Pokemon. I made it very elaborate so that it lets me know what encounters I can find on every route, and then like some tidbits about the enemy trainers well, not all the enemy trainers on the route, because I think I more or less can deal with them. There are some random ones that can fuck you over because they have like an actual plan team. It's really weird, but like yeah, I at least have like the gym leaders and the big fights, so I don't forget where those are. And then like, So there's a gimmick that I'm doing for this run, which is I can get there's a programming oversight in this game. I think it might have been possibly in the original one. I don't remember anymore. But to get the national dex in this game, you have to see every single Pokemon in the region, which you can accomplish by fighting every single trainer in the game, because they all have it, and all you need is the view data. So then, in a normal playthrough, that's how you get the national dex, is you just beat the game and you get it. So there's an oversight where if you actually get all the view data before, like, you're supposed to, you can actually unlock the national dex early. And then, for some reason, the trigger flag for it is to just reach Eterna City, which is where the second gym is. And, like, what getting the national dex early does normally is it triggers a flag on the encounters. So, like, for Eterna Forest, it allows you to catch Rotom, which is a post-national dex kind of thing. It lets you... It opens up, like, a few routes that are post-game exclusive, but I believe the only flag that they're required is the national dex. So some of them I'm not entirely sure, because I didn't do a 100% playthrough test to make sure it does it for sure. But I know that one trigger flag that makes it potentially more interesting is so in this remake, the Grand Underground, instead of just being the little underground area where you dig stuff, actually has some areas called Pokemon hideaways. And then the way those hideaways work is that they actually have overworld Pokemon that walk around in them, and they have like a random chance of spawning in those areas, and it's like various sets of potential Pokemon that can be in there. So the national dex actually is a flag that can trigger Pokemon in the national dex to show up in those areas. So like I can get a lot of potentially interesting encounters, because Gen 4, a lot of the routes have like the same encounter tables, so it's not a very interesting playthrough after a point, because like on this route, I have it on my encounter table thing, but so on this route you can get Shinx, Badoo, Starly, Bidoof, and like Zubat and Kricketot, but like there'll be another route that probably has like exactly the same encounter table. So once you catch everything on that encounter table, like normally it's just like, oh, I can't catch anything on this route anymore because there's nothing I can. Or you pretty much set encounters in some routes so that in the later route it allows you to guarantee a specific encounter on that route. But I'm making it so that I have the option now to use my early national dex to get underground Pokemon instead, so that my playthrough is a little more interesting. The only caveat is I have to play pretty much vanilla all the way out to Eterna City. Once I reach Eterna City, that's when the dumb bullshit happens, and that's where I go into Pokemon Bank, transfer all 492 Pokemon that I have in Pokemon Bank for the dex to get the view data, and then all I gotta do is walk back to Sand Gem Town, and then I get the national dex, and that also gives you the Poke Radar, and I believe it can also technically trigger swarms, but I think swarms might be actually champion flag triggered. I need to make sure on that, because I think the requirement is that Dawn needs to be back in Sand Gem Town, so it could be potentially you have to catch Dialga or Palkia before that happens, but I'll have to see. There's some other stuff I need to test, but yeah, I'm really hoping that it's gonna make the playthrough a lot more dynamic than what normally is done. Oh, yeah. And then I'm playing on hardcore rules, which means that you can't heal in battle. Everything's set mode. So like you can't switch when a Pokemon comes out. And then I'm playing with level caps. So the way I'm doing level caps is it's based on the ace of the gym leaders and on the champion. What some people do is they do level caps for like the in-between rival fights and the in-between evil team fights, but then that makes level caps incredibly awkward in some points, because like sometimes you lock yourself out until like level 9 for like the beginning of the game, and it's kind of hard to maintain level caps when EXP share is on. And then, oh, what actually happened is I actually have a portable box now, but that only happens after the first gym. So like, EXP management is a little bit weirder in the beginning of the game, but it gets a little bit better once you get the portable box, because then you can swap out mons that you don't want to get EXP in the backline. But that also means I have to make sure that I keep them the potential team members that I want for a specific area, without over leveling them for a future fight. Which might be a lot of this section, because all the Pokemon in my party right now are really good for Gardenia. And of course I get poisoned on Poison Point, which is freaking contact move bullshit. There's not many trainers up until the next area, so I should be fine to have Poison. Poison doesn't do outside battle damage anymore, so it's safer to play a little bit more risky. It doesn't. Yeah, I think they changed that in Gen 5. I think the most they did for it before then, in like Gen 3 or 4, is that it leaves you at 1 HP, and then like it just gets over the poison. In the early game right now, though, I'm fighting all the trainers, but once Gym 3 and 4's level cap comes in, I believe it's 30. They're both 30 because you can do them in either order, but it's really awkward. I have to make sure that I have a team planned out for Maylene, and I have to make sure I have a team planned out for Wake, so that I don't accidentally over-level it in one gym and then get locked out of using something potentially in the other gym. But we'll have to see. I do have an Abra for Maylene, so if I level that up, and I'm allowing trade evolutions, which I do have many switches that I can do sale trades with, so that I can get evolutions through. Ah, shit. I forgot their range is that large. I don't have it. I don't remember what was my second slot. I think it's Monferno. Oh good, I have Roxanne, thank god. Let's swap into, like, Shinx. Roxanne, you, roll over the squirrels? Yeah, sure, why not? And then they're double intimidated, so they're -2. So if they're doing anything other than electric moves, then it should be good. Or I think they have Thunder Shock. I guess they're just going for quick attack though. I swear to God, Roxanne, though, if you miss any of your rollouts, I'm gonna be severely upset. Oh, Shinx is evolving. Nice. That means I get to update my visualer. Let's see. Luxio. Okay, Luxio has better stats, so it should be doing better in battle now. Thank you for the pachi pachi. Ho ho ho. Oh, did you have a good time with your karaoke stream? Did you sing lots? You have the watering can? Okay, no, you just have berries. You have the watering can. Okay. And I believe this house has the pluck TM? Oh, it might have been the other one. Oh no, you have it. Okay, I was right. Was there anything in here? You're just some guy, right? Yep. Technically this is 205, but I think I can't really do my encounter. Yeah, I can't really do my encounter. I'll have to deal with this situation first. Okay, this is a new encounter. I can potentially get quite a bit. Weasel, Shellos, Pachirisu. Ooh, I wouldn't mind getting a Shellos. I'll take a Weasel. I think there's another route I can get Shellos on anyway. Nice. Okay, what the heck do we name this thing? I'll think about it as I update all of my counters. Let's see. Buizel. Floatzel. Drifting. Tender? Oh wait, I can't do it that long. No. We'll call it Drift. Don't really need a water type at the moment, so should be good. This is just a grunt, so it's usually just bugs, and Zubat. For some reason, in that order. Oh, I kind of do want Zubat on my team right now. Maybe after this. Because I mainly need Luxio on the team for... in case in the Mars fight. Yeah, Mars fight is 16. No, don't learn for your swipes. And he's like, haha, the key is not here, idiot. And you're like, why? And then when you're the demographic for this time when this game came out, you wonder what the heck you're supposed to do for at least 4 hours. And then you find out you were supposed to go to the top right of this village that you might have came across earlier the entire time. And then you get disappointed in yourself. Not speaking from experience at all. Teh. You kind of wonder how there's these two guys right next to each other, and they decide not to double battle with you and fight you one at a time. Grunts be grunts. Would you also team up against a 10-year-old? Well, they're an evil team, so I figured they would. They still have hearts, I think. They're trying. They're trying to retain part of the humanity. I actually didn't learn until I played the remake that they changed inner focus so that it prevents Intimidate now. It's actually really good. Their grunts, the corruption hasn't run deep yet. True! They've only been initiated. There's still hope to save them. Okay, so there's quite a few grunts in the next upcoming portion. Which means we're gonna murder their bugs and kill their bats. As one does. Also, it's kind of insane to think about that we've already done 11 out of 64 potential encounters in this game. The 64 is bloated though, because I added a few extra encounters on top of what you normally use. But I think normally this game has like around 50-something encounters total for a Nuzlocke run. But then like, because of the national decks, it potentially opens up some areas, and I also made it so that I can use the underground for cities that don't normally have encounters. But only for the ones post Eterna. So I don't count Sandom Town, and I don't count Jubilife, even though they could potentially be added. I feel like it's not so bad. Yeah, it's a really high number. But like, yeah, vanilla though is just that the only problem is that a lot of encounter tables are exactly the same. So then I feel like you don't technically potentially use all of them in a lot of playthroughs, which is why some higher level skill players that I see, they'll do a technique called ability checking for mons that they know they can find on multiple routes, and then like won't lock themselves out of getting encounters or screwing themselves over in terms of counters. So like, if they want like a Bronzong with a specific ability, they'll know which routes they can check it on, and then not screw over their encounter count. So they'll check it on one route. If it doesn't have Levitate or something, then they'll skip it. Or if they want Heat Proof or something. It's all very interesting, the mindset for it. So we're going to fight a bat with a rock? Yeah, I'm gonna fight a bat with a rock. And I'm gonna intimidate the shit out of Perugly. Her tiny face is of intimidation. So this fight is actually considered a run killer for various reasons. Her Perugly, although not like crazy stat-wise, is like really bulky. It's really fast. So like, if you don't have something that outspeeds it, you actually could potentially die here. But I have a lot of dumb Pokemon to use, so I'm gonna use them all to like annoy the shit out of it. I forgot to teach Pluck on something. Ah, damn it. I was gonna pluck the Oran Berry so that it doesn't have a heal later. Wait, does this Perugly have Pursuit? It does not. It has Fake Out though. And Thief. I was about to say, I couldn't tell if people you were fighting were children or dumb. That's so true though, with these sprites. I would use Rock Polish, but I don't have Sturdy, which still bums me out a bit. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna scare this cat shitless while using Intimidate over and over again. So now it's -1. Despite it being -1, that did a lot of damage. Alright, now it's gonna be -2. And then we're gonna switch back to Bird. This is now -3. That scratch is stab still, so it's doing a lot of damage. But now it's -4. I don't think we technically have to do this much, but it's just... It's funnier and it's safer. So now it's doing even less. Okay, so... Now it's gonna be -5. And after one more, it's gonna be -6. Then I'll switch into Monferno. Then Intimidate stacking. I gotta use it! This thing hits like a truck. The only thing I messed up on was not teaching Pluck to my, Staravia. That way I can get rid of the Oran Berry so it doesn't heal in the fight. But it's okay, we have the power of Uho on my side. Oh, it used Thief, so it's even more resistant, so... It's still fast AF. I can't really do much about that, but I can still power punch it, though. Ooh, and I got a crit. Alright, I'm +1. So I can just power punch it again. Paper ugly. Fuck you. Alright, and that's the fight. Literally the only reason why is I have Luxio on my team right now. Also, it's named Luxio because I forgot to give it a nickname earlier. Knockout is actually pretty good. We are coming up to Eterna, so I'll be able to nickname Shinx. So if anyone has a nickname for Shinx, they are welcome to give me one, because otherwise I'm just gonna name it something stupid, like I've been doing. I don't have a theme. I thought about naming it after people, like naming one Cassier, one Tomo or stuff, but then like I have like 64 encounters. I don't think I'm gonna have enough names. Oh yeah, so like if you guys have a name in mind for Shinx, whenever I nickname it, feel free to let me know. It will be coming up after a route and a forest. So that's like 2 more encounters I have to go through. Oh yeah, so I don't really need Shinx on my party anymore, because there's nothing coming up for a bit. I'm gonna actually train up this Zubat, because it's gonna be potentially really broken because of Crobat. Crobat's a great Pokemon, great typing. Friendship Evolution means that it evolves to a 3rd stage Pokemon incredibly early. Well, not incredibly, it's still like 20 something to get to Golbat in the first place, but like, still, pretty damn good. So in this route, we can encounter Ponyta. Potentially. I think. No. Is that the next route? I have the wrong route for this one. No, wait, this is the Buizel, Pachirisu, Shellos route. Never mind. No, wait, did I miss a route on my thing? I might have missed a route. God damn it. No, wait, this is 205. This is the bottom half of 205. Yeah, I only can get Buizel, Pachirisu, Shellos on the side. No, yeah, this is 205. I'm not dumb. It's just 2 sides with 2 different encounter tables. So I potentially can put it off. Does it change much, though? No, they're exactly the same encounter tables, just one's a higher level than the other. So potentially I can get a Pachirisu or a Shellos. I can go for a Shellos. Pachirisu is not great for the playthrough. I don't know, we'll see. Anything is possible. We already have a Weasel, so this is a repeat. I think the only thing that's going to get more confusing more down the line is when I transfer all the Pokemon over, everything's going to have an encounter symbol next to them, or a caught symbol next to them, so I just have to make sure that I keep track of my spreadsheet really well. Oh, hello, hiker. Let's get Onigai Muscle here. He was half turning and he fucking went back. This motherfucker. Good spinners. I think every single one of these Geodudes have sturdy, right? And we want to use low sweep because it has set damage. Well, not set damage. It has an actual base power. Low sweep's good, but it depends on what the enemy's weight difference is to you. Oh no, if the enemy's heavier. If the enemy's heavy, then it doesn't let damage. However, Geodude's not like... Geodude's heavy, but it's not like heavy compared to like an Onix or something. I think I outspeed this, so I can't really use Revenge, so we'll just low sweep. If I was slower, I would be using Revenge. Oh, but this thing can have Revenge. And I would be giving it a 120 base power move. Oof. No, not even 120. It would be doubled because it's freaking fighting too. It would be 1.5 because of stab. Ooh, that is actually incredibly scary if I fuck that up. We did get screwed over by Revenge in Beb and I's Soul Link Nuzlocke of Swish. So I actually do have to be more careful of that stuff. Especially counter. Oh, this hiker's name is Daniel. I'm upset. I have X items. I'm picking up X items, but I cannot use them in this playthrough because I am banned items. But for future reference, X items are incredibly broken. Especially from Gen 6 onward. No, Gen 7. Gen 6? Might have been Gen 6. But basically, before they used to only raise the stat by one stage, they raise them by 2 stages now. And then, like, they tried to compensate for that by making it so they cost more. And that was from 6 to 7. I'm gonna keep saying 6. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, from 6 to 8, the prices of them were like modified. They were like I think they were like almost pretty much doubled what they used to be because of how much more useful they were. However, when they were making Pokemon Let's Go and this remake, they didn't change the prices to the new prices. So they cost the original price, which means you get a free +2 with an item in priority. It's incredibly broken. It's how you do solo runs of Pokemon. It's so dumb how strong it is. I guess to make another reference to something I've done a run for. In the Bidoof run, Bidoof gets in the Bidoof run that I did, Bidoof gets an ability called Simple, which doubles stat gains. So if you used a stat boosting item, which gives you 2 stages, it essentially gives you +4 instead, which is incredibly disgusting. I mean, it's Bidoof, but like, it's so helpful in the run that's why stat boosting items are incredibly broken. I do actually have all the footage from that Bidoof run. I don't really feel like editing it though, but I don't know if I would ever post it anywhere. I have it on, I have a lot of my streams archived for the future in case I ever want to do something with it, but yeah, probably not. Yeah, maybe we'll see. I am thinking of putting on a channel trailer using something that I edited up a while back. But yeah, we'll get to that. I'll get to that whenever I have to. Ah, that's right. The reason why I want to get Zubat in Ragged Path is because if I get it there, I can get Mean Look early for when I had that Abra encounter. And then if I have Mean Look, it prevents Abra from teleporting and making the encounter much safer and like more guaranteed that I will actually catch it. Luckily, I caught it in the first ball though, so like, you know, take blessings where you can take them. But yeah, if I missed that, I would have missed the Abra encounter, and that would have sucked. I do have more chances of getting Pokemon in that evolution line, so like Kadabra I think is an encounter on a later route before Veilstone, I think. So like there is always that potential of that working out there. Oh, I guess this is my encounter because I never got Shellos before. Okay. I should be safe to just throw a Pokeball, even though it's water ground type. I mean water type. Damn. Oh yeah, I'm incredibly fine. It's not using anything with stat lowering, so I should be fine. A really good thing about a lot of Pokemon in Gen 4 is that they have a really good catch rate. So you potentially don't have to really lower their HP a lot of the time. And with that, I have to update my counters. Please excuse me for a moment. So this is 12. And then... now we need to give Shellos a nickname. I kinda like Slow-Mo. Slow-Mo, eh? Sure. That sounds like a good name. I wrote the wrong name. Slow-Mo. I don't want to add it to my party yet. This boy should be fine to fight. I think a karate kid's coming up though, so that'll be something I need to keep an eye out. Oh, I could be leveling up Abra too, because then having Kadabra coming up would be useful. Another hiker. This one might have an onyx, if I remember correctly. Yep, he does have an onyx. Level 14. I think it's fast. Yep. Alright, and now I have revenge for fucking 120 plus stab. Yep, sturdy. I like how the rock is the perfect size for Machop's head too. It's so funny. Wait, SmackDown's just better than Rock Throw in every way, shape, or form. No miss, and it turns flying types vulnerable for ground moves for one turn if they don't move next. Burp? I think chirp. Alright, chirp. Fight the girl. Alright, we're getting closer to the gimmick of the run. More and more I get nervous using physical moves against Machop. But we're gonna have to keep doing that until I get, like, a psychic Pokemon. Leveled up, I mean. Okay, we're gonna use the house to heal. And we're actually coming up upon Eternal Force. Potentially we're gonna try to skip encounters until we're solo, because we're gonna have a dual partner in Eternal Force until, like, you get out. And there's a lot of double battles, so we gotta get through all that first. Oh yes, so this is part of what I was saying about if you fought every trainer in Sinnoh, they have every single Pokemon in the Cyto Dex. So she's here in case your rival doesn't have Piplup. Mine does though, so. But yeah, this is just so that you can get the Pokedex data for specific Pokemon. And it's very clever. There's actually there's like a couple of trainers that, like, if you don't, like, pay attention, you miss out on your chance of getting that Pokemon for the Dex. So, like, there's one trainer in the Ghost Gym in this game who has a Drifloon, and he's the only trainer who has the Drifloon in the entire game. So if you don't fight him, you have to actually go out of your way to get a Drifloon encounter, which is every Friday evening? I think there's like a time limit though on the evening. But yeah, you can catch Drifloon on Fridays near Valley Windworks. I believe when I started this game, I actually got lucky that I was starting on a Friday. So I got to catch Drifloon, actually, for my team. And that made me really happy on my my playthrough of the remake, that is. So, very good. Okay. Yep, so this was one of the bigger gimmicks of Gen 4, was that or not. I'm saying Gen 4, but I mean specifically Sinnoh. Is like the gimmick of this game was one of the bigger gimmicks of this game was that you had potential double partners who team up with you at various points in the game, and then you actually can battle with them in battle facilities. Specifically the battle tower is where you can battle with them in Sinnoh. Oh shit, I might get my encounter already. Okay, so I can get Mischievous or I can get Cascoon. I kinda want... Oh, these are both really potentially good encounters. Because Miss Magius is not something to sneeze at. Oh, but I have a potential to get Mischievous in the Pokemon Tower. I don't remember what encounter rate it is though, because you can get Ghastly there too. Yeah, I think it's a lower encounter rate. I can guarantee a Ghastly encounter in the Oshato, but I'd rather have Rotom. Dustox is super good though. You know what? Yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna go for Dustox. It's more of a consistent potential partner. The only problem is I have to make sure that Cheryl doesn't kill Cascoon. But she's using Chansey, and I believe this Chansey has disarming voice. Yeah, okay. Okay, never mind. It did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Okay, so I have to make sure I can catch this within another 2-3 attacks. Okay, we're safe. So that's a Cascoon encounter. Dustox is a really good Pokemon for Nuzlocke. What do I name it? Well, it's Dustox, so... We go with Mothra. As I do that, let me update a few of my stuff on my screen. We'll change the alive count to 13, and we'll change the encounter to 13. So we're already vastly through a good chunk of the encounters in this game. It's pretty insane. But yeah, good reasons to like Dustox. It's bulky. It has good stall stuff. It can do toxic. It has access to Moonlight for healing. Like, yeah, it's a really good Pokemon. Oh god, it has Spite. I'm gonna lose PP on my wing attack. 4. Oh good, I got fucking fucked. Okay. Oh wait, never mind. Fuck, I'm dumb. So, one of the mechanics of the partner mechanic that they have in this game is that they heal you to full after every battle. So, on a casual playthrough, you kind of just abuse this. So you just level up really well. Okay, I think Pachirisu has an electric move now. However, I think I live it, and we can potentially KO. Yeah, we have Intimidate too, so Spark doesn't do much. So if Champy did Disarming Voice, that would have been great, but I guess not. Alright, so... basically what we did here is we took out one side of the entire fight, so therefore we can just completely, utterly, monstrously destroy the other side, because this... the Bugcatcher side had, like, no potentially good Pokemon. I mean, had the weakest potential Pokemon to take out. So you actually want to keep that on the field as long as possible, so that you can take out the other person who may or may not have the bigger threat. And in this case it was. It was the Pachirisu. And then this Beautifly would just get completely wiped out. Ooh, Chirp is actually getting close to the level cap. That's actually pretty bad at me. It's 2 levels off. I might not be able to use it during the gym if I keep this up for the gym trainers. If I backline it for now, it shouldn't get as much EXP in this place. There is a really funny encounter coming up. Well, kind of funny to me, because it's where it catches people off guard, and it's killed quite a lot of Nuzlocke runs. So these 2 rando trainers just have 2 Abras. And you think, wow, that's not much of a threat. Then they both have Energy Ball for some reason. Just like how in the trainer school there were just 2 Abras with Charge Beam, these 2 Abras just have Energy Ball. So if you don't know that and you have like your Water Starter out, you're completely fine. It's so funny. Abra might not be evolved, but it has a really fat special attack stat. And Energy Ball is like an 80 base power move, so nothing to scoff at, for sure. So, like, basically the goal for tonight's stream is I get to Eterna City, and I backtrack all the way back to Sanjibjan to show the glitch in action. Not the glitch, but the programming oversight in action. Like, honestly, like, I would have made it so that I can only do the early national decks after after doing Gardenia's gym, because it just makes the backtracking easier. But like, I kind of want to get it done now, so I don't have to go all the way back to Sad Gym now. It's a very long walk, but if I get it done now, better than nothing. And that way I can, as soon as I beat Gardenia, I'm able to get my... Oh, as soon as I get it, I can actually get my first underground encounter, which I'm going to use for Floroma Meadow. Oh, another gimmick of the underground is that you're only able to enter certain parts of it depending on where you enter from the overworld. So every single city, route, you name it, has like a location tied to it in the underground. And there's like 6? A, B, C, D, E, F. There's like 6, 7 areas in underground. So I've actually taken the time to make sure that I have all the routes and areas mapped out to the correct section of the underground, and made it so that I'm restricted to go to that specific part of the underground for my encounters. In the long run, that doesn't really restrict too much, but there are a few locations where the underground section it can attach to have very specific encounter types that you can get, so I'm trying to like make sure that I just have as interesting of a playthrough for myself as possible, essentially. And I hope it's interesting to hear all this gobbledygook of programming mechanics from me. I'm very passionate about weird stuff in Pokemon. I think the only unfortunate thing is I don't think I can continue this run this week. It might, if anything, be next week or Saturday, because I want to get through as much of the Great Ace Attorney trial, because I'm on episode 5 of the first game, or at least the first game or the first half of the collection. So I want to get as many parts of that trial done before Friday so I can conclude it on Friday. From what I heard, it's 4 parts. So potentially this week I'm going to get through 2 parts, and then Friday I'm going to cap it off with the last 2 parts with Kiro. That is the plan so far. Yeah, and I just hope that I can be entertaining for it. But yeah. So yeah, I think the playthrough I'll probably do Tuesday, and maybe either Wednesday or Thursday to get 2 parts of the case done, so that I can finish it on Friday. And then this Nuzlocke, I want to continue it either next week before I go on break for a couple days, because I have family obligation stuff coming up from like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, basically. Oh shit, right. Water fuck, I'm dumb. I didn't swap out. Why did I keep it in? I'm so dumb. I am so dumb. I wasn't paying attention. Why is it always the why is it always the Jew dude? God damn it. I ignored Psyduck for the threat it could be. That's upsetting. I should have just put Staravia in the front. It's okay. Looks like things are stepping up a bit. I don't know why I didn't think about Psyduck. Man. It's okay. Geodude wasn't gonna go far anyway, so it's fine. This is Copium. I feel bad for like getting something killed so early. Oh god, and I'm level 21 in Bird. The good thing about being on a stream is that I have to hold myself accountable for doing dumb shit like that. So I can't just say, oh, that didn't count. No, that counted. So the reason why I'm putting this putting my Deadmon here is because when I do the box stuff later, it's gonna have to move anyway. Okay, so to replace Geodude in my party right now. Honestly, this is probably the time for Utensil to come in. He needs EXP. Alright, so let's write in Utensil. Oh, Abra. Sorry, not Utensil. Okay. Abra is in. Dead is out. Oh, that's upsetting. Funnily enough, though, yeah, the Geodude also died in my test run of this. So, like... Cursed Mon, I guess. Alright, well, that was literally the last fight of the forest, too. That is so sad. Okay. And we already did our 205 encounter, and yeah. Okay, we made it to Eterna. So now we can activate the gimmick of this entire run. Okay. This is where all the dumb stuff's gonna happen, so I guess keep your eye out for that. So first we have to backtrack all the way back. So this is gonna take me a bit. So let's do this first. Oh, right, we could have got Badoo here too, I forgot. In retrospect, I should have brought a Repel. Okay. We're getting our way through. Okay. We're making our way there. And we already fought everybody, so we don't have to worry about running into anybody that we haven't fought. It's great. Oh, I forgot to grab the underground items. Shit. Okay, we're in Jubilife. Almost there. Okay, this is where we can start the gimmick. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so from here, this is where I do the fun part. Transferring all 493 Pokemon. Technically you only need 151. You only need the 150 in the Sinnoh Dex. But I didn't bother making the Sinnoh Dex as boxes, so we're just gonna do all 493 available Pokemon. Well, 492. There's actually a bug currently with Spinda, and it is not allowed to be transferred outside of Pokemon Bank into BDSP, and it's not allowed to exit BDSP because of a coding error with the spots on its body. So, Spinda has the ability to have like ridiculous amount of spot pattern combinations that it can have on its body. Like, there's no set amount. There's like over like 1 billion or something different possible patterns it can have or something. It's super crazy. But yeah, that's the only one that's missing out of my 493. Alright, so I transfer all the Pokemon over. I save the game so that it has the Dex data, and then I transfer them out. And the reason why I put my Deadmon there is because you unlock more boxes as you play the game. As you fill up your boxes with one Pokemon at least, you get more box space. However, since I'm playing a Nuzlocke, I'm not going to do that, basically. So, but by interacting with Bank, it automatically unlocks all the potential boxes that you could obtain. So, I'm just gonna... That's why I kept Geodude in box 1, so I can move it later. And then once I finish this, we can relaunch the game and you'll see the fun part. Also, before I move this, I will do this now and call this the Graveyard Box. Alright, and with that, we save the game. Alright, and now we can oh, wrong profile, sorry. Now we can start the game again. Okay, if you look at our Pokedex data, 151 out of 151. So, with that, we talk to Rowan. He says, wow, you sound everything. And this triggers Professor Oak early. And then from this, here is our National Dex upgrade. They talk about Romanus Park, which is a post-game thing. It still requires Champion Trigger to be a thing. So we can't get, like, Legendaries earlier or something. Oh, and then there's the Pokeradar. And just like that, this is where the run becomes real. Oh, and then for a little more flair, let's change this background, shall we? Oh wait, not that one. There we go. This is a really good background for a Dickert Yard. Alright, now I gotta move all the way back to Eterna. It's gonna take up some bit. I'm really bummed that I forgot to get the underground item first. Okay, we just gotta get back through Eterna's Forest. I think I'm gonna delay my Floroma counter until after I get cut. That way I also have the increased level cap from having the second gym badge done. Also, potentially, I think I might grind a bit off stream for the next gym. It's not gonna be that much grinding, so like, Like, generally, this game I don't have to grind too much in, but it will be nice that I'm at least decent level. Ooh, good IVs on this one. Okay. I will end off this stream on my underground encounter for Eternicity, and I think that'll be where I call it. So currently the the level range for the underground is 16 to 20, which is within my level cap. So it's a really good way for me to get like up to par Pokemon. Oh yeah, and since we have the National Dex, this event triggers early, where she talks about the rumors of Rotom. So you can really see that the Natural Dex is taking into effect currently into the gameplay. Alright, but now that we're out of Eternal Forest and we have gone through here, I'll battle through those traders later. But now we go to this guy, who is the Underground Man, and he will give us the item for going to the Underground. There we go. Sorry, my tracker is being weird. There we go. Now Abra should be grayed out. Like that Geodude. Okay, let's go get our first encounter. I think I want to do this cave. Alright, so, they're overworld Pokemon, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes, run in, and get whatever the first encounter is. So, because I think this is potentially terrifying, I'm going to put... I think there can be water Pokemon here, so this is where... This is really scary. Okay. Oh, okay, my counter. A Ralts. Okay. That's an interesting encounter. I'm gonna go low kick because it's gonna be resistant and it's also gonna not have that much, but oh wait. I forgot about that. Well, that's unfortunate, but I missed that encounter. That's a very unfortunate missed encounter. Well, that's a really bad way to end stream, but it's pretty much how it's gonna be. Unfortunate. I can't believe I got a missed. I forgot about teleport on Ralts. What a sad last encounter for tonight. Oh well, them's the breaks. But yeah, that's how we're gonna end it for tonight. We got to the gimmick, and from now on, this is where shit is gonna get real. Alright, this is where things get interesting, I mean to say. I'm gonna go raid Beb for tonight. And so probably tomorrow Ace Attorney, and then next week or Saturday I'll be continuing the Nuzlocke a little bit more. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Wait, that was an early bye. I have 7 seconds left. Oh, okay. Bye for real.